Last year, for what it's worth, against the Clemson Tigers, Tamarcus Cooley, when he was at NC State, played in Clemson, played 19 snaps, graded out at 70%. So, not bad.
Not bad. So we're experienced.
And I don't know. I have to go back and check out. I know from the beginning of the season he was a rotational player, and then after the Clemson game is when he became a full-time starter. So the Clemson game, and I bring that up in the way that I did because he showed them something in that game that he went from playing in the first, against Tennessee, 14 snaps, against Louisiana Tech, 14 snaps, against Clemson, 19, and then it went 74, 44, 58, 42, 49, 59, and continue on, down that trend. So there's something.
Yeah. Taylor, you made a really good point at the break, too.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
What do you say?
Well, no, you were talking about depth. You said this safety room. No, I know. You were talking about depth in the safety room. And my point was, oh, yeah, you got guys trying to fight for second-team reps who you had to start a year ago. Jordan Gilbert had to start basically the entire year at safety. Yeah, he's playing star right now at practice. He's basically not even in the safety rotation. Sean Spears had to start. Last year, you were begging for JV and Toviano to get healthy to go help you at safety. And right now, he's working with the second team.
Yep.
I mean, there's your depth right there. Your starters from a year ago, right now, are backups on this team.
Which speaks to the point of the depth, which speaks to the point of how well they did in the transfer portal, the weaknesses they saw in the team from a personnel standpoint. Even though last year we all feel like from a talent standpoint, they outplayed the hand they dealt from a talent standpoint because of the mentality, because of the culture that Blake Baker has brought to that defense. Guys, we talked about the Weeks brothers, like the energy that they bring, the leadership that they have. So it's going to be exciting to see what they do with a little bit more talent in some of those places.
Tate, I'm going to throw this one right back to you because you've been out at practice a ton. You've been able to kind of see a lot of position battles that we've talked about kind of play out. What about corner?
I mean, I think it's Ashton Stamps and Mansour Delane. Like if the season started today, those are your guys. There's a heavy rotation, but Stamps hasn't left the field a ton when it's been the ones. Like, I appreciate that because I think that team that group needs a leader, and he's a 3-year player. Will be his second full year starting. He started a decent amount as a freshman as well. And there's actually a couple of people in the chat saying, well, Stamps was awful last year, and reports are he's getting burned at practice. Okay, he's getting burned in the one-on-one clips that you see against Xavion Thomas and Barian Brown.
Misleading.
That is so slanted towards the offense.
Misleading.
There's no pass rush.
Yeah,
It's
just like
one-on-one.
if a running back loses one-on-one pass rush against a linebacker, I'm not really going to hate on him too much.
Yep.
Like that's kind of slanted towards the linebacker.
Like I think Stamps has done a good job. I mean, I thought.
But like even if he's not though, like to your point earlier, like even if he's not, let's say that he half steps into this season. Like, you do have some guys now that are fighting to try to get on the field. Like, you bring Jackson in from Florida.
And Jakeem Jackson's had a good fall camp.
And DJ Pickett, at some point in this season, is going to be ready for a bigger role. Now, he's a freshman, true freshman. We get that. But at some point, you'll see him start to play more and more. It's going to be 7 snaps, 11 snaps, 20 snaps. Like, that's going to continue to grow with the ones.
And so, yeah, to that point, I want to know, because this is college football. We're not facing 12, 21 personnel a lot. So we're going to be in a lot of nickel. Which, Alondra, what is nickel defense? What's our personnel? How many DBs?
5.
5. How many linebackers?
I don't know.
How many defensive line?
So you have 5 DBs. You have
6. 4.
4 defensive
I'm like
linemen.
6.
How many linebackers?
I don't know.
Think about it. All right, 5 DBs.
Yeah.
4 defensive linemen. That's how many?
9. So
how
2.
many?
There you go. All right, so yeah, normally in base we're 4 DBs, 3 backers, 4 D-line. In nickel, 5 DBs, 2 linebackers. So we will be in nickel a lot, and I believe that you said Delane is dropping down to the nickel for the most part.
He has a little bit.
Okay, so a little bit. All right. But when he
rotate like 3 or 4 guys.
When he drops in, who can we expect? Is DJ Pickett coming in as the other corner?
It's been kind of a mixture of Pickett and Jackson.
Okay.
It really just depends on the day. Like, honestly, Matt, outside of Ashton Stamps, there's a heavy rotation.
I got you. Okay, yeah, so that is something to really watch for, because to Jake's point about DJ Pickett, he's He looks the part. He is a true freshman. He is going to get an opportunity to be. I would like to see because I would bet that we play the highest percentage of our defensive personnel will be nickel versus Clemson. They're bringing their top 3 receivers back from last year.
Yeah, they don't really know who the running back is right now.
Exactly. Yeah. So they're not going to. I mean, they'll be in 12, 21 a little bit, but for the most part, they're going to be in 11 personnel.
Right.
So we will be in nickel for the most part. So I want to really hone in on who's going to be that lockdown nickel guy, because that nickel guy is so important. You got to be good in the run. It's basically like a little bit more faster, quicker, athletic safety at that point, because you have to be good in the run at nickel, and you have to be able to cover. And right now, the way offenses are going, you got to be able to cover everybody, because they're dropping Z's into the slot, they're dropping your X's into the slot, you're bigger. Like, it's not the traditional just small, quick guy. Right. It is every type of pass catcher in the nickel. So I'm very interested in that. And then once one of those starting corners drops in the nickel, who's that third guy rotating in?
Well, so I was telling you, Gilbert's not taking a ton of reps at safety anymore. He's kind of that second team star behind Perkins. Maybe he's that guy.
Yep.
Still
trying to figure out the star position.
Like what it is.
What about?
Oh, what it is. What is it?
Linebacker safety hybrid.
Yeah,
honestly.
It is.
Okay, for what?
It is more of. It's going to be more of, like, when you talk about nickel, like,
everyone just throws star around like they know what they're talking about.
No, I'm saying that when
it's nothing. We never called anybody at any level of sports. We never called anybody the star.
Well, in college,
y'all don't know that.
Right? In college football, like it's in vogue. You know, and you know how that goes. Like
it's
some
in
people
vogue
call it
for
a joker, for college football,
for press and fans, or actual football people.
Actual college football. You're seeing that position, and so like instead of having a corner / safety at like what you would consider maybe a nickel position, it's now kind of morphed into a safety / linebacker, athletic linebacker. Because teams were trying to take advantage when you had the 190-pound corner playing nickel, they'd run whatever run concept they want to right at that position. Teams are trying to have somebody that's obviously more solid in the run game, but can also cover at that position.
Okay.
So when you're talking about 5 DBs.
So you're just talking about safety. Got it.
I mean, sure, but it's like a linebacker size. It's a 220, 225-pound player now. Like Devon Keys last year played a ton of star. So it's a linebacker size because you're trying to set the edge a little bit. You're trying to be better in the run game.
Okay. It's either safety or linebacker, whatever you want to call it.
Why can't you have both?
It's not a position.
Why can't you have both?
Star's not a position. You can't. I mean, it's a safety or a linebacker. What do you identify as?
But we talked nickel Sams like in the NFL.
Yeah, because they're a nickel, they're a DB.
Yeah, but the Sam part is
it just denotes his position on the field.
Right. But there was nickel Sams that were bigger, like tweener kind of guys.
It's a nickel.
Maybe the what'd you play in? The NFC North?
Most of the teams.
Yeah.
I played on most of the NFL.
Well, that's fair. But the NFC North, maybe they shouldn't have it, man. Maybe you're so used to Urlacher and Lance Briggs and that style of defense, the old Tampa 2. Maybe they didn't have it.
I don't know. On a Super Bowl team.
Don't shoot the messenger.
I played with, Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers. Played with all those guys. No stars.
Denver kind of used Brian Dawkins late in his career as like kind of a star.
Okay. So he's a safety?
Sweet visor.
So he's a safety?
Bigger.
Or was he a linebacker?
He was a star.
It's not a position.
Should we get Blake to maybe give a definition of a star?
I mean, honestly, I think a lot of people would kind of like that.
Okay. All right. We'll see if we can get an answer back before we get out of here.
And then Blake, so is it a safety? Or is it a star? Or is it a linebacker?
ChatGPT, your favorite.
Yep.
This is what it has to say about the star position.
Okay.
Most often used in college football defenses, especially in the SEC, to describe a player who lines up over the slot receiver, but is also responsible for run support and blitzing.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so it's a safety.
It's almost like my brain and ChatGPT are in the same
I hear the
wavelength.
words that you're saying. There's no reason to make up a new position.